Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22. It's Journeyman. We're on episode 28. We approach the end of the season for us. Just 2 matches left to play, but a lot of the teams around us still have 4 to play. So while we currently find ourselves in 3rd place, we are on the verge of getting dropped yet again. We need help. The only good news for us is that Terra Persicabo, Arema, and Bali United, the other 3 teams in the top 4, are all on the road today. Let's see how they fare in this one. Will we get any help? Will we get some draws? Will we get some losses? Terra Persicabo have drawn. Bayankara have lost. Arema did win. Bali United did win. So we now find ourselves 1 game more played than the other 3 teams, and we are behind all of them. That does hurt. That does hurt. But Bali United and Terra Persicabo now find themselves with identical 19, 7, and 5 records. Goal differential favors all 3 of them over us. We sit 2 points behind and still 1 match more played than them. We got a little help with Terra Persicabo dropping a couple points. Also noteworthy, before we were all but eliminated from the title itself, Arema, we could have matched their point total, but with a goal differential nearing 30, it seemed highly unlikely that we would overcome that. Now, with their victory, that's out of the that cat's out of the bag. It's not going to happen. We're out of reach. So we will not win the title, but our hunt is for 2nd. 3rd does not matter. If we take 3rd, we will not gain anything, even though the the Asian competition places technically go down to 3rd. Remember from last episode, 1 of those places has already been stolen by Persela by winning the Indonesian Cup. Persela has taken this spot away. Actually, it's the Champions League. They've taken this spot away. So only the 3rd place option remains, which means it's actually going to go to whoever's in 2nd because it's not going to be Persela. Arema looks poised to win the league. They're going to get the Champions League spot. Persela's going to get the 2nd one, and it's just Asian Cup, which is what we competed in this year. Last year we got there by finishing 2nd. This year we quick-simmed just about the entire regular season, and we've come really close. And in fact, with just even 1 more win, we will outdo our total points from a season ago. I'll mention this an episode ago, but maybe you didn't catch it. Yeah, our chances are good at improving our season from a year ago, but our chances are really bad about actually qualifying yet again for the Asian Cup. Folks, big news! It wasn't over. The final. Yeah, the final. Turns out it's a 2-legged tie. Persela leads 2-1. They won the first leg, but it wasn't the final. It was just the first leg of the final. If Arema can steal this away, our hopes of qualification get a whole lot better because Persela isn't going to be in the mix. We need Arema to win this thing. I had no idea this was a 2-legged tie. I saw that it was 2-1. And we're right back in the same boat. Hopes dashed in a moment. And just a few days later, they're at it again. Bali United, Terra Persicabo, this time both playing at home, but both against mid-table teams that could put up a challenge. We need them to. We need, essentially, both of them have to drop points for us to have any chance, because this will take away those games in hand that they've had. If they at least draw, we have a slight chance, but not much of a chance. Bali, they both lost. They both lost. Terra Persicabo down 1-0 late, really putting the pressure on, end up dropping to 10 mid in the 85th minute, and then a penalty in the 90th seals their loss. And Bali United also late goal, 86th minute, and they have both not only dropped points, but both have lost. Game in hands now, out of the way. Again, Arema, too far beyond reach. We've actually now seen, here is those updated standings where Third place is no longer showing qualification. Got to be in the top 2. Whew, okay. We have a chance. 2 matches to go. Our final match is against Bali United. So if we take care of the next one, even if they win, if we beat Bali United in the final match, we would be ahead of them. We still need help when it comes to Tira Persicobo, but we've gotten help so far as they have both come up short approaching the end of the season here. Okay, penultimate match of the season. We are on the road at Bayankara, and for Bayankara, this is actually perfect timing. They are a relegation battling team, which means they have a lot to play for. Except 3 days ago, their survival became secure. So all their pressure just lifted. Now, that could be a good thing and a bad thing, as Febrianto gets his 3rd goal of the season to give us the very early lead inside the first 10 minutes here. So Gang sets that up. Zolfiandi heads it right back in. Kono retreating, lays that off for Febrianto, who has plenty of space, and this slots it inside the near post. Keeper ready for something a lot harder, ready for something probably far post, does not react well to it, and that's an easy conversion. Well, anyway, with the pressure off, they don't have anything to play for anymore, as Yunus nearly makes that 2. That was onside, very well timed. And we get the corner kick, and there is Yunus, another chance at it. 26 on the season for him, and we lead 2-0 already just 13 minutes into this one. Their crowd not on hand for today. There's barely anybody. The lower set of stands are virtually empty. The upper stands, the cheap seats, do have a handful of an audience. Anyway, this big thing for us, because obviously it's a must-win. We have to win. We still have all the pressure on us, but they don't, and so they relax a little bit, and that relaxation has led to 2 very early goals. Only 3 shots on target, but already 2 goals. XG, not even up to 1 yet, but again, we've got this thing well in hand, at least at the moment. Let's see if we can keep that up. Masirin will not be available for the final match, as he has picked up a training pitch injury that is going to see him out for a month. But of course, with just 2 matches left to go in the season, why wouldn't I spend that $250 to get him the injection to make him available for today, as Sugang already nearly seals the deal with a 3rd, but he heads that a little bit over the bar. Nice stadium here, much better than what we have, but fans just aren't showing up for them. 0 XG, 0 chances. It's been all us. They picked up a first-minute yellow card. That's rough. At least it wasn't a first-minute sending off. They're going to have to come out and play differently. We'll see how they approach the second half. For now, I changed nothing, because why would I? Nobody overly fatigued, nobody overly struggling, so we continue on as is. And let's see what happens in the early minutes of the second half and what adjustments might need to be made. Arema already crowned champions and leading in their match 1-0 now. Tira Persicobo in action today as well, and that's the team we still need some help on as we recover well to force the corner. We get a foot in on that one, and it pushes it up and over the bar. Oh, Setho gets a piece, but leaves the ball hanging right there inside the 6-yard box. Luckily, the defense able to ping-pong that thing out of there. It took a couple of touches. Quinonez recovers well, lays that off for Setho, gets the clearance, and we had a very good chance to recover that ball and start the counterattack. We do not, and we give up an easy chance there, and they've already 2 minutes into the second half bounced back. I knew this was something we needed to watch out for, but that was just terrible defending right there. Masirin out of position because of the header. Febrianto not recovering to pick up the man when Masirin had headed that away. Here's a Oh gosh, just a couple minutes later, here's a dangerous free kick, edge of the box. That's blocked. What is going on with our team though? Let's go balanced for now to make that first adjustment. Make sure they're not suddenly going to be all over us. Sugang, tap in for Eunice. Lay that ball off. Draw that keeper to the right-hand side to his near post and tap that to your teammate for a tap-in goal. No excuse on that one. That is selfish play. That is, well, Manchester United to a T lately. That's Cristiano Ronaldo with 3 teammates wide open, and you're going to take it yourself and miss for the 50th time out of your last 50 attempts. It's only been 6 matches since he hasn't scored, but feels like 50. When you don't play defense and scoring is the only thing you do, and you haven't scored in 6. Solfiani, oh, off the post. What is going on with us right now? 73rd minute. No subs yet. Who is struggling? Brown is struggling. Why don't we just start mixing this up? Let's get Sinji in there. As much as Brown is the better player, we got to mix something up. Eunice gets some help from the keeper on this one. That could go down as an own goal as the keeper gets, it looked like an elbow, upper arm as he's diving over it. He gets his lower arm kind of down to the ground and then pulls that back. Oh, no. That's just got some bend on it. That's all Eunice. Went right between the hands. Yes, we will make that change. That should see this thing out, most likely anyway. Just to be sure, we'll do some light time wasting here in the final minutes. We will go a little more cautious, and let's see what kind of subs should we make here down the stretch. Eunice, oh, chance for 4. Gone begging. Kono can't get a leg to that. He should have, even if only a deflection. Might not have amounted to possession, but he should have gotten a piece of that ball on its way through. We win that header, but we give it away, and then Setho just stands there as the ball from, what, 20 yards out? He's got 15 yards. He's got plenty of time to react. The ball is 6 inches away. Look at that. That is an easy punch set. He goes for the punch and misses completely. Wow. What a... Yeah, Setho, your rating needs to drop to like a 5 after that. That is terrible goalkeeping. Eunice gives that away as he does the pullback, but then can't do anything else with it. Okay, time to use those subs. We have Sugang. Let's go ahead and bring on another. Let's bring on fresh legs with Agung. 85th minute. Time wasting now. A definite thing, as we have completely dominated this match and yet somehow have just a 1-goal lead, making it scary close. Sinji, nice interception there. Now in possession, slowing things down, and no, Masirin totally giving that ball away, giving them another chance. Another ball over the top, out for a corner. Into stoppage time. 3 minutes to go. Quinones heads it away, but he heads it the wrong direction. Walladay, dangerous tackle, but he wins it, and cleanly. Sinji, Fabrianto, Eunice possessing well at the moment. Made it off from Masirin, this time not giving it away, and Zulfiandi does. Under mild pressure, but plenty of teammates open. Gives that away, that should do it, and it does. Whew, okay. We nearly, well, we opened the door wide open. Second half, they immediately came out and in 2 minutes changed the landscape of the game. Then we slowed down and retook control, only to open the doorway again late on. And so far, we've done what we need to do. We've also opened the doorway that even if Bali United win their next match, if we beat them in the final match, we will finish ahead of Bali United. So we have completed the path we need to beat Bali United. We just have to beat them in the final game. We still need some help for Tira Persecabo. They are the late start today, meaning The match we just finished, they are about to step on the pitch. Let's see what their result is. We need some help. They have 2 matches to play. They must drop points. Well, they need to drop 3 points, not just 1, or not just 2 points. A draw for them would put them on 65, and then a win would see them get to 68, meaning equal footing. Goal differential favors them. We need one more loss. Tira Persicobo have to lose 1 more time. Ooh, injections. Okay. We can get injections again. It's just going to extend the injury a little bit further. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll give him the injection so he can play that final match of the season. And we are getting that. Tira Persicobo have won. They were against the last place side, who were already guaranteed relegation. Even then, it was only 2-0, but they scored in the second, in the 28th, and they just cruised to the end. So Tira Persicobo is still a major threat. They have that 1 more match, and they must lose it for us to have a chance. So we take care of business, we will have 3rd, unless Tira Persicobo lose, in which case we would then have 2nd. We need help, and that's scary. You need help. They're a really good team. Bali United showing chinks in the armor. They are definitely vulnerable. They lost the previous match. Now they've drawn at home against PSIM. 10th place. Not a very good team. And they went goalless at home. So they are definitely showing signs of a team that's vulnerable mentally. But because of that draw, we are on equal points, and they have a major goal differential advantage. So a draw wouldn't do it. We would be 4th place with a draw. We would be 4th place with a loss. We are way ahead of the teams behind us. We're already a point ahead of where we finished a year ago. A win would be nice because that would put us on 68. That would guarantee us ahead of Bali United. But then there's the whole Tira Persicobo thing, and they have to lose for us to finish ahead of them. So that's the unfortunate bit, but that's where we stand. A win is the only way we move up. Oh my goodness, talk about a favorable schedule. Tira Persicobo's last 2 matches of the season against the last 2 place teams in the league, both well below that of the rest of the league, relegated very early, huge negative goal differential, and that's their final 2 matches. At least they're on the road. I mean, that's the only thing. And with so much to play for, you could see them collapsing. This reminds me so much of like Manchester City's first title, where they were losing to QPR and it was done and over. And if the referee hadn't awarded 6 minutes of stoppage time in a standard second half that should have only seen a 2 to 3 minutes, they would have collapsed. They would have lost. They were down, and then all of a sudden they got not 1 to equalize, but the 2 goals to get the win, to win that title, because there was a billion minutes of stoppage time. So as long as we see that scenario play out and not see those last few minutes of stoppage time, we could see them collapse. So easy, but pressure on. Maybe with the pressure, they will stumble. For us, though, a draw from them would not be enough. We have to beat Bali United, and they have to lose. That's asking a lot, but let's go out and at least do what we've got to do. Let's see if we can beat Bali United. At the very least, that would put us 3rd place. There we go, final match of the season. I would have loved to have seen a full stadium for this one, but it's still a really good crowd on hand to watch the team go for it. Asian Cup on the line. Great through ball. Zolfiani takes it to the edge, lays it off for Walladane, but not sure what he was doing there. Eventually he does get a cross in. We do get on the end of it, but it's just above the head of the keeper for a pretty easy save on that one. Same 11 taking the side, taken to the pitch, and that means Masirin with that injection gets another chance. Eunice lays it off for Brown. Brown finds Zolfiani. Great through ball, but we lay it off to the outside for Walladane. Sets it back off into Kono. moving the ball around. Brown, how many chances are we going to get at this before we finally give it away? Only one of those was a shot attempt, and it was easily blocked. The rest of that was pass, 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 pass with nothing but deflections. So many chances to get a shot off in there, or so it seemed. Possessing well at the moment. Team also fired up because Bali United beat us the last time we played earlier in the season. Sagang recovering possession. Waladane. Zulfiandi connecting. Yunus! Goal! Is it onside? No, it is not. Can't see from our angle. No idea. It looks like he is about a step too far. Highlight doesn't show it. But a step is pretty clear. Sagang, that one looked like it was going to hit the crossbar and maybe slide under. It was on the lower side of the crossbar, but keeper gets his hands to it anyway. Waladane, good interception. Starts the counter. Zulfiandi, great spin. Finds Akono. Yunus onside this time, and the goal is in. No flag. 28th goal of the season for Yunus, and we lead 1-0. This time it was the right-sided defender. I don't know if that's a center back or fullback, but I believe it is the fullback who played him on that time. Out of position, Yunus behind the center backs, reading that fullback who was marking him, reading that he had some space. This time just on, but it is good. And Yunus puts it in the back of the net for the second time, but this time it counts, and we lead 1-0. I would like to see an update on the Tira Persico game. I have no idea how they are doing at the moment. Good interception again from Waladane. He's playing really well at the moment. Sagang finds Yunus through, and that's two. That's two. That is very much onside. 3 times he's already put that thing in the back of the net. We are doing a great job with these through balls right now, and Yunus doing a fairly good job of timing those runs. Nothing the keeper can do, and it's 2-0. Half an hour played. We are on same points as Tira Persico at the moment, which means they are drawing. They are drawing in their match currently, and they lead. They now lead 1-0. There's the score right there. 37th minute, and they just scored. Yunus with teammates laying it off. Fabrianto, that's blocked. Brown gets there first, though. Lays it off for Sagang. He's got a great chance, but a desperate dive. That lunge gets in there and blocks it. Grateful keeper grabs it. They've had 2 shots in the first half, both on target. We've had just about 1 in the XG, 4 shots on target, 8 attempted. Yunus, nearly a hat trick already. We got to keep it up. We got to keep pushing. We cannot let them back in. Fabrianto struggling. Otherwise, everybody's playing well. Waladane on a yellow, but he has been fantastic here in the first half. Terrible rating considering how good he has been in the highlights we've seen. And Yunus, of course, has been fantastic as well. Other than 1 ill-timed run. 1/2 of 1 game to go in the entirety of the season. For now, we've played ourselves into 3rd place. Can we get a little help? Can we keep this lead? Right now, we need at least 2 goals from a team that has really struggled to score. That part, not looking so good. I would at least settle for 3rd. It's better than nothing. 54 minutes played. Watching the dugout for highlights. Sagang, Zulfiandi possessing well. That ball over the top, not getting there. Fabrianto now on a yellow, and with a poor rating, I think we need to make a change. I have Guido. I have Pelou. Let's get Guido in there. A little more defensive minded. We are up 2-0 after all. That's an open look at goal, but straight to Setho just above his head. He grabs that one. Okay, Guido now on the pitch. 65 minutes. Still no updates here. They've had 2 attempts in the second half, and they just made a double substitution with 70 minutes to go. Let's go cautious, and let's start seeing this thing out. We are not taking chances here in this final match. Brown is quite tired and again not playing terribly well. Let's get a goong on. 10 minutes to go, no updates, which means we still need 2 goals from the opposition for Tira Persikabo. So I think we are headed towards 3rd place, at least at the moment. Recovering possession, Masirin stepping up well. Okono, no. That through ball gets blocked. I don't think we would have gotten on the end anyway, but this one gets there, and Okono, so close. This time the keeper reads it well, dives on it. We're already into stoppage. Let's waste a little more time. Let's go a bit more defensive. We've got the ball here for the corner, and that is already time, but we never saw any updates. I believe we just finished the season in 3rd. We will shortly see if that's the case. A very, very quiet second half. We not quite doubled our XG during that stretch. They did double their XG, but it was very quiet otherwise in that second half. It was a quick one. On 90+1, Rafley grabs a second goal to seal the deal for Tira Persikabo. They do claim 2nd place in the league. Arema looks like they came up short. Did they lose? They did. They lost to Persib 3-1. Also with a stoppage time goal to seal it. It was already 2-1, but that one put it away. But they finish on 75 points. Tira Persikabo with 70. We finish with 68. Any other year, well, not any. Most years, your best teams, one of them is going to win the Indonesian League Cup. This year it was Persela. It was only the 5th best team to claim that one. They steal a spot away. We would have qualified for the Asian Cup. A year ago, we would have qualified for the Asian Champions League. But we ended up with the Asian Cup because the 3rd place team, which was Arema a year ago, stole it away from us. Or was it Bali United? I think Arema ended up 4th. Same top 4 as a year ago, but different order. We get 4 points more than we had a year ago. Goal differential was not quite as good, I believe, compared to a year ago, but we improved and yet didn't. We come up 1 spot short of where we were a season ago. 3rd place this year, not enough for the team. It's a good finishing spot, and hopefully with the season now coming to an end, we should get some sort of boost by finishing 3rd place in the league. To our reputation, it would be nice if we get that, because the hunt for a job has been ongoing for a ridiculously long time. We at least did enough to beat out Bali United. We at least did enough to win out down the stretch when it counted, but unfortunately Tira Persikabo also doing just enough to hang on. We were a ways behind, and we definitely closed that gap, but it was not to be. And we're going to sit without Asian qualification for next season. Without that extra competition, it's just the league. And that's really boring. And I don't know if I could sit through another year of that. Hopefully, there's a job to come during the off season. Otherwise, I'm questioning whether I'm going to cut this back to just Youth Factory. Because if you haven't figured this out by now, I did mention it at the start of the last episode. These take me anywhere from an hour to 6 hours per episode to make. This series is not quite as bad as the Youth Factory one on that, but I'll be honest with you, I enjoy the Youth Factory one quite a bit more, especially as that's somewhere that we have a clear goal and we've made progress towards that goal. We went from the 10th tier, we're in the 3rd tier. We are on the verge of the 2nd tier. We have a clear goal and we are progressing. Here, nothing's happening. I've been with the same team for the entirety. I've applied to hundreds of positions and not even had a single job interview. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do, and I don't really want to sit through another whole season of Indonesian football. We've finished in the top 3 2 years in a row. We finished well. We got to the Asian Cup final. Didn't win, but we got to the final with a team that had no business being in the final. And yet, I still can't get a job elsewhere. And it's not like I'm looking for Premier League or La Liga. We're just looking to go to the next step, the tiniest step above where we're at, or a small step anyway. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'll try to see if we get anywhere on that job front, but if I suddenly am not seeing again, you'll know why, but hopefully that's not the plan. I certainly hope to see you again. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.